crocheting our base for the bag with magic ring. It's very simple to do. Here is a yarn tail. We just make a loop. Yarn tail goes onto the top, and then we pull another loop with the working yarn, and I do the slip stitch. So we closed our magic ring, and now I need 6 half double crochets, not double crochets, single crochet into the ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. At this time you could tighten up a little bit the loop, not too much. You can do it also later when you will be crocheting some few more rows. Now I will need 12 half double crochets in next row, so it means 2 half double crochet in each of the stitch, 2 chain stitch for the raising up the next row, and half double crochet into the same stitch, and like that until end of the row. In each stitch 2 half double crochet. And the last stitch. Row number 2, 12 half double crochet stitch. Now we have our 12 half double crochets, and we will start row number 3 with the puff stitches around the double crochet stitch. They are also called offset puff stitch. I call them bead stitch. There are so many names I didn't find exactly which one is more widespread, but I will show you how they look like. So next row we start with 3 chain stitches. We are doing 1 double crochet into this stitch, then now we start to make our puff stitch around the double crochet. We have this double crochet, we take the yarn over and we pull the working yarn around this double crochet. Now second time, yarn over, go into and like wrap around the yarn around this double crochet, yarn over and wrap around. Next we go into the next stitch under both loops, legs, how you call, and then we pull the yarn and we go all through 7 loops which were around our double crochet, and we do 1 chain stitch. There we go, we have 1 puff stitch around the double crochet, and we have to make 5 of them. I will show you a little bit different how to do it next. Again, we do double crochet into the next stitch, and now when we want to do the second, you will see that here is this bar also from the first puff stitch. We will wrap around these both, like double crochet and this bar. You could leave it, but I decided that I like that looks better if I also wrap around this bar. 1, yarn over, 2, yarn over, and 3. And now put the crochet hook into the next stitch, grab a yarn and pull through all the loops on the crochet hook and make a chain. You see, if I take this bar also, then I have nice space here, just to show that there is like only these post stitches and nothing is between, but it's up to you. You could also not wrap around the bows. And again, I show yarn over into the next stitch, double crochet, and we will make a puff stitch around this double crochet and the bar from the previous puff stitch. Second time and third time. We go into the next stitch, pull the yarn and pull again through all the 7. And this way we have this nice placed square shape puff stitches, which looks like bead stitches. That's why they have so many variations how to crochet them. And like this, in the row number 3 we will need 5 of them, so I will come back when I will come to the end of this row. Now I have my 5 bead stitches ready, and the last stitch will be double crochet just into the next stitch. So the row number 3 is ready. Now we will need row number 4, which we need 22 half double crochets. So we will do increases. How we do increases? 2 chain stitch, yarn over. We will be knitting into this one, 1, 2. Now we have 2, and then we will do 2 in the same spot, and again 1, 2, and we're also using this stitch in between the puff stitches, so 2 in the same, and again 1, 2, 2 in the same, 1, and this way until you get 22 stitches in this row. Now about to finish the row number 4 with 2 half double crochets. Here we did our increase and we finish off with 2 double crochets, and in order to get this line very straight, normally you would make next stitch into this loop, but I just do this last in the third chain stitch. Remember when we did our post stitches, we did chain 3, and then I will find this last third chain and I will get my crochet hook through that loop, because that way I found that it gets very straight line here. So now we are ready to get into the row number 5. We do the same way, but just we need to increase 4 in 4 places. We will need to have 26 half double crochets in this row. So one, 2, 3, 4, and then we do our increase, 2 double crochet in the same spot, and next, until end of the row, we will do just 3 normal half double crochets without increase, and then the fourth will be the increase stitch. As I said, I have the pattern for this half round on my website. I will leave the link below, so you can also have the written instructions and also the graphic diagram. Maybe you will understand it better, but here I decided also to show. And again, we will need two in the same. As I said, we will need only to increase 4, so at the end there will be, let's say, 5, just simple, with just 5 half double crochets without increase, because we need only increase 4 stitches. And now we are about to start the row number 6. We will have 12 bead stitches or puff stitches in this row. So we do again 3 chain stitches, turn the work, and we make 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And this we will start to do our puff stitch, yarn over, around double crochet, yarn over, pull the yarn around double crochet, yarn over, and pull around the double crochet. Put the crochet into the next stitch, pull the yarn, and get through all these 7 loops on the crochet hook, and 1 single, or not single crochet, 1 stitch, 1 chain stitch. And we continue again. 1 double crochet. And remember how we did? We also took this bar, also around the bar, and yarn over, second time and third time, into the next stitch, under both loops, and get all through all these 7 loops and chain stitch, and continue like this all the row, and we meet at the end at the last puff stitch. I have my 12 bead stitches ready. The last stitch is 1 double crochet. The next row will be half double crochet row. We don't do any increase stitches. We will need just to crochet into every stitch, and we will get at the end 38 stitches. Chain 2 and double crochet, also don't forget the space between. This also we count when we do our half double crochets. So by the time you finish this row, you should have 38 double crochets. Don't do any increase, because we use the space in between, they will automatically add our 12 stitches which are needed for this row. Now I have 36 half double crochets. I need to make the last 2. And also I use this from the chain 3. Remember when we had the chain 3, and the last stitch I just do in this stitch, and I will have 38 half double crochets in the row number 7. Next row will be exactly like row number 7, so you will have a without change. And we do 38 half double crochets in the row number 8. So this will be no change, it will be the same, the same rows. This is how our bag base half circle looks after 8 rows. We will start row number 9 we will have 38 stitches, so it means we will have we will have 18 bead stitches and 1 double crochet on each side. Here will be the chain 3, and here will be double crochet. Or here we will do the bead stitches exactly the same as row 6. 3, chain 3, turn, 1 double crochet, and we start to make our poof stitch. Get into the next row, just go through all these 7 loops, chain 1, and we continue like this. We will have 18 bead stitches, and I will meet you when I will be on the other side already. And we are at the end of the row number 9 with 1 double crochet. The next row will be 54 half double crochets, so we will be knitting in each of the loop. We'll start with chain 2, but for the beginning, because I need to decrease 2 stitches, I will do 1 decrease in the beginning and 1 at the end, because I need exactly 54. And what I do is just 2 half double crochets together. Like that. And we continue with half double crochets in each stitch. And don't forget, we also make a stitch from between the poof stitches as well. We are using all stitches. We are at the end of the row number 10, and we will end up with 2 half double crochets together, and then in the last stitch there will be 1 half double crochet, and altogether we will have 54 stitches. The row number 11 we will do increase 6 times, so we will end up with 60 stitches. We start chain 2. After every 7 stitches we do an increase, like in every 8th stitch we do an increase. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 half double crochets in 1. So after end of this row, like this, so every 7 half double crochets and 2 together until end of the row. We are at the end of the row number 11. We did the last increase, and now we are left with 6 stitches. That's why we will end up only with 6 half double crochets, and we will end up altogether 60 stitches in this row. 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last 6, and we have now 60 half double crochets in the row number 11. We are off to row number 12. It will be again the row with this the poof stitch. We will have to do 29 of them, and we follow the same pattern as before. We do 3 chain 3 and yarn over. We do the one double crochet, yarn over, around this double crochet, yarn over and wrap around double crochet, and again, and wrap over double crochet 3 times. And now we go into the next stitch. We grab our yarn and get through all these loops on the hook, and we do 1 chain 1, and this way. And again the next one, let's show you one more time. You want to make double crochet, yarn over, and now when we also get this bar in between, two, 3, get into the next stitch, grab a yarn, and through all stitches, and to secure 1 chain stitch. And this way we end up with 29 puff stitches, and at the end also we will do 1 double crochet. So we are about to finish row number 12 with 29 puff stitches, and we finish it off with the double crochet. So we are ready to move on row number 13. So here we will have also increases, chain 2. I start with the increase 2 half double crochets, and now I will need to make 9 half double crochets in each one in next 9 stitches, and then on the 10th it will be increased. So altogether I will have, again I will have 6 increases spread it evenly. So, but this time in this row it's very important, we are not using these places in between the puff stitches. We're using only the 2 stitches which comes on top of the puff stitch. And now we will have to make 9 half double crochets in each stitch. As I said, please don't use this space, don't use this stitch between the puff stitch. We are using only this, we are counting only this. Now we have 9 half double crochets, and now we make 2 half double crochets in one. Now we are about to finish row number 13. You will have 66 half double crochets in this row. So I did all my increases, and the last I had only 8 half double crochets after last increase. So the row number 14 we will start, and we will have 72 stitches It means we will increase 6 stitches in this row. So we start with chain 2, return the work, we do an increase now, then 8 half double crochets in next 8 stitches, 1 double crochet in 8 next stitches, seven, 8. Now we will have again 2 half double crochet in 1, and later we do 10 and then increase, 10 and then increase until we have 6 increase, and then the last will be 11 half double crochets. I will show now. Let's say 10 half double crochets and then increase until end of the row. And I'm at the end of the row number 14, and I did my 6 increases, so I'm left with 11 stitches. So I will do 11 half double crochets in the last section of the row. And last one, and 11. So we finished row number 14, and the next row will be the last row, and we will need 15 bead stitches. So we start with chain 3, we do our 1 double crochet, and again yarn over, and third time yarn over, and go into the next, and like this way we continue until end of the row, and we will end up with 35 puff stitches or bead stitches, whatever you call them. So I'm end of row number 15. I have my 35 puff stitches, and in the last I finish with 1 double crochet, the 1/2 is finished. Now what we do, we will make half double crochets around this side to get it straight. I will show you how I have this ready, one piece ready, and here I did half double crochets. It depends, it might be different from you. In my case there are 43 half double crochets, but you have to look so it doesn't get too wide, too stretchy and too tight. So it just need to lie flat. So could be less, could be more. I mean, it's a matter of trying, but at the same time, when the one side is ready, you make sure just on the other side you have the same amount of half double crochet. So this time I will knit crochet 43. I'm just continuing with the same. I have chain 2, and I'm just look where to, for example, around this double crochet, then I'm just looking like it might get even be like trial and error method, but I know that if it's 43, so until the middle about 21, in the middle here will be 1, so it's, I'm like spreading, try to spread evenly until the end of the row, and I will come back.
Thank you for watching this video. Please press like button and subscribe to my channel not to miss any new videos. In this way I know that I will have to post maybe more videos about different topics. But until then, I just say goodbye and I see you in my next videos.